how do people contribute and participate in carpentry? We have all levels of volunteerism and participation. We have the teachers that come in to do the remedial work. We have a few office students that would come, office workers or students that would come in the afternoon also to assist with the preschool. We have parents that come in just to help, one or two persons would pass through and help us with filing in the office, that type of stuff. Right now, what we recognized is a few years ago, quite a few years ago, volunteerism was part of the culture, the psyche of the average person. You knew that if you had a bread and somebody didn't have one, you gave them half of your bread. But now it is, what is in it for me? So we have started what we call the Youth Volunteer Program, the initial pilot program. It was very well attended, as a matter of fact, over attended. We were catering for 25, but we ended up with 32 students.
I think the youth training program that was spearheaded by Cotton Tree Foundation was, for me, less of an introduction to practices in volunteerism and more of a reinforcement for myself. For a lot of the youth who were there, it may have been the first time that they were having a structured forum through which they were being introduced to the skills that are necessary for volunteering. We looked at our personalities and how we could use those to our advantage through volunteering. What we would also have to look out for in terms of, if I know that I like structured ways, then I should be aware of that when I'm going into maybe a situation that is highly chaotic or seemingly chaotic, that I might have to take 2 breaths before I shout at anybody, those kinds of things. So that was really interesting to look at. We also had some guest speakers talk about different areas in which we could volunteer, a lot of introspection. So I think in general it's a really good idea. I think there's a lot of room for development and expansion. So I really think that they should do it again and stay in contact with, which they have, stayed in contact with the persons who have been involved.